Hey everyone, welcome back to the Circle Club and T-Time. I'm here with Miss Talia. How you doing, Miss Talia?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm decked out in my NASA gear for All Mankind.
Yeah. Oh
We were so
yeah.
excited about this. Go check out our trailer that we did with Adam. That was awesome.
Mhm.
But here we are now after season 3, episode 1. What was your first reaction to it? Like, were you liking it? Were you not liking it?
Honestly, it was probably like it was definitely something that I wasn't expecting, especially towards the
Yeah.
end. I think at the beginning it was like super slow for
Yeah.
me at least, and then I was like, they're definitely going to pick it up at some point because you
Because it's
got
for
to
All
start off
Mankind.
your season. You got to start off your season
Yeah.
with a bang. So
Right.
that's kind
Yeah,
of
I felt
what
the
we
same
saw.
way. Yeah, I definitely felt the same way. I was nervous a little bit, honestly, because I was like, I love this
Mhm.
show. It's been so good, season 1, season 2. And then when we got to this like hotel thing, it felt a little bit goofy. I was like, okay. And then Karen,
Yeah.
Karen owns it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
okay. Ed sort of seems like he's like, like older now, so he doesn't have like that extra step. So I'm like, okay, so are they gonna let Danny kind of be the guy? And then we see Gordo's other son, like he's just a mess right now.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then we see Daniel Poole. We see her family, her husband and son, and so
Mhm.
it's like this little reunion. And honestly, like at the moment, I forgot that Danny had hooked up with Karen. So I was just like, oh, like does Ed know like what's about to go down? And then like Ed was like, so like, oh congratulations. He had no idea, and I'm like, oh boy.
This
But
man.
yeah, but I thought they did a good job at like at the end when the hotel started to like burst. I thought it was a little bit much to like start out because I was like, it sort of felt like slow. Then all of a sudden it went boom, and like it's this huge space mission where he's like outside and doing all this. I'm like, realistically, this man was just like probably drinking at his wedding. I'm like I know like we're gonna start stretching the truth a bit, but I'm like, how realistic is that to happen, right? And I
Yeah, it's
think
true.
with season 1 and season 2, it was sort of like, okay, it's about building technology, it's about being first, but now we're sort of in the future. So it's like, who sort of like it's kind of hard to tell like where the show is heading right now. I think.
Yeah, it's funny kind of like how we've seen more about space movies to kind of understand like kind of what's going on,
Yes.
like that space
Right.
hotel. I was like, didn't they have something like that in like Interstellar or something? Or at least like
Yes. Yeah, like the
kind of
spinning
just
and the centrifuge.
the rotating wheel to go
Yes.
faster.
I no, I 100% agree with you. Like I was thinking the same thing. I'm like honestly, the first thing I thought I was like making me think about um the Apollo 13 movie. It was making me think about Interstellar.
Mhm.
Sort of like that Star Warsy thing where you're like in this like futuristic world, but it's still like the past, present. So yeah, I
Mhm.
definitely totally
Mhm.
get that energy. But off the bat, like episode 1, what would you give it out of 5?
Ooh. Probably like a maybe like a 3.5, 4.
3.5. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair take and estimate. I was surprised too. Like there seems to be this like whole Russian thing going on, where they
Mm.
have that like there's someone trying to infiltrate NASA, and
Yes.
so we're definitely gonna see more of that as well this season. That sort of threw me for a curve. I wasn't really expecting that. Um, Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Stranger Things, there's this whole thing with Russia, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of that. So if you haven't seen Stranger Things, get on that. Talia, I know you haven't seen that. We'll talk about that eventually.
Yes.
Uh, and I was also a little surprised that this new billionaire, what was his name again? Um, I can't even remember. I don't think they said yet. I think it was Dev. I think it was Dev or
Yeah,
something.
they haven't
Uh,
introduced him yet.
no, but yeah, that was the thing too. I was a little surprised that we didn't get him. We saw a little bit of Helios, and then like Ellen is running for office, and like there's some sort of thing with Clinton that we,
Yeah.
but like we don't know any of that stuff yet. Like I think there was I understand that the first episode they want that excitement and the hotel moving, but I think they probably could have used the first episode just to introduce us new characters and take it a little bit slow. But it was it was sort of a reunion episode, to be like, hey everyone, we're back. For All Mankind is back. These are the characters you know. These are the characters you love. Molly was funny as always, being in charge. She's gonna get to decide who goes up there. But I think after episode 1, I'd probably give it a 3.6, 3.7 out of 5.
Yeah,
right there with you. It was like, okay, we're in it. I think we get an episode like this next week or this Friday. Probably not gonna be too happy, but I think it was an okay start.
I agree.
All right, comment below what you guys thought about episode 1 of For All Mankind. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to make new videos every single week. And yeah, thank you for watching.